Thank you. Obvious.
Yes, I suppose it is. Must be a cold. Maybe it's this Asian flu that's going around. Half my office is out with it. Damn those Chinese. Well, why don't you make yourself some nice hot soup? There's some aspirin in my case.
I'm not ill. I want to know my temperature. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm ill or that I'm going to be ill. What it means is I want to know my temperature.
That's clear.
I hope so.
How's the study going?
Well, if you're really interested, I can't complete the subspecies list until Joel gives me all the information on the American sparrow falcon and the ruffed grouse genus.
He's slow, isn't he?
He is careful and thorough, and he knows what he is doing.
I'm sure.
Joel knows more about birds than any man alive.
Okay.
You think ornithology is just a game?
No, I just
It's
thought...
a science. A very difficult and precise science.
All right.
Insinuations. I know what you're up to.
Let's just change the subject.
I agree. A science. A very difficult and precise science. What any idiot could write an advertising copy. Even Cretan.
You're right.
And you damn well know it.
You don't have to curse.
I shall curse if I please, or scream if I please. I shall jump up and down. I shall piss on the floor if I please. Ah!
Is something bothering you?
No.
Well, you know, with the grant money, why, you could go away to do the study. Maybe even take it. Wouldn't that be nice?
No. The research facilities are here. And besides, Joel hates Italians. He says they're too visceral. It's a stupid suggestion. Anyway, if I went, I wouldn't be here to make...
To make what?
To make the taxonomic verifications.
That's not what you were going to say.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I don't understand what he means by being visceral.
If Joel says the Italians are visceral, then they are visceral. He should know he has been there. Now, have you ever been there?
No.
Do you know any Italians? Intimately, I mean.
No.
Then how do you know they aren't visceral?
I don't. I just said I didn't
Enough!
understand.
If you've no proof that contradicts Joe's statement, keep your fat mouth shut.
Let's just change the subject.
You always say that.
Yes, I suppose I do.
And, what little gem are we writing tonight?
It's a magazine ad for adolescent braziers.
For what?
Adolescent braziers.
Oh, now. Are the braziers adolescent? Or are the braziers for adolescents? Precision. Precision, you dumb cluck. Brilliant. A raving dumbbell. That's what you are.
Are you trying to antagonize me?
Me? First, the sarcasm with that thank you business. Then that slander about Joe and that groundless contradiction about Italians, and I am the antagonist.
Oh, really, darling?
Oh, really, darling. Joe is so slow, isn't he? Well, why don't you two toe on down to Italy together? Why don't we just change the subject? Well, you always say that. Yes. Yes. I suppose I do.
You do that very well.
Thank you. Well, what do you mean? You do that very well.
Nothing.
I want to accept that. What do you mean?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What?
I just meant you do a very good imitation of me. That's all. Everything. The way I walk, the way I talk. Why, it's actually me. Oh, and that thing was a star. It was just darling.
Darling?
Well, it was.
Meaning what?
Oh, listen, let's stop this. I've really got to get this
What
done
did you
here.
mean, darling?
Well, it was so...
So?
authentic.
Oh, you bitch. You malevolent bitch. That's it. Shut up. Shut
I'll
up.
work inside.
No.
Okay, tell you what, a deal. If you shut up, okay? Order in the court, order in the court. The monkey wants to speak. Speak, monkey, speak. Are you gonna be doing this all night?
You spoke first. You're the monkey, dumbbell. Dumb monkey, dumbbell. Ah. Show her. Well, you really are very good at that, darling. Are you going to keep doing this all night?
I'll work in the kitchen.
No!
Why?
Why?
Well, look, it would be better for both of us if I worked inside.
Stay here.
But why?
Well, I have a surprise for you.
Are you sure you're feeling all right?
I feel fine. Fine! Look, you go back to bed and work, and I'll be quiet. Very quiet. I won't say a word, not a syllable. There. Are you comfortable? Can I get you anything?
No. No, you've been acting a little peculiar lately.
It's the work. I've had a lot to do. Strain and all.
Well, what's the surprise?
Surprise?
You said you had a surprise for me.
Oh, I do. I do. Just wait, and you'll see the surprise I've got for you. Just wait.
Well, what is it?
It's not time yet. You'll have to wait a little longer.
But why?
Well, if I told you that, it wouldn't be a surprise, now would it?
No, I suppose not.
Sorry, that's not being very quiet, is it?
Would you like me to call the doctor? Look, I know there's something wrong here. Your eyes have that funny look and your head is doing that twitchy thing again. Did you take your Librium tonight? Well, this thermometer business is beyond me. Anyway, you're doing it all wrong. If you want an accurate reading, you have to take your temperature rectally.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Well, thank you, doctor, for your professional advice.
Now who's being sarcastic?
Look, in case you're interested, taking my temperature is a part of the surprise.
Oh, I don't understand.
You will. Don't worry.
How mysterious. You know, coming home on the subway, I was thinking that...
Remarkable.
I was thinking we ought to share more. I mean, this really isn't very good. I come home and go right to work on my extra accounts, and you sit there doing your classifications. We spend the whole evening like this, and all we wind up saying to each other is, good night. Sometimes not even that. I don't know what's happened to us. We used to do all sorts of things together. Hey, remember those pick-up stick sessions? And then those take a giant step and Simon says, oh, and then, those paddle ball contests. Hey, I bet those paddles are still here somewhere in the drawer.
Well, that was a long time ago. No, I don't want to play. It's infantile and ridiculous.
But you're the one who bought them. Oh, remember what fun we had?
What fun you had, because you always cheated.
I never cheated.
You did. Did.
Oh, if you're going to be like that, I'll play with myself. The innocent slipped up. Just
Says you.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, hey! Not bad for a start.
Stinks.
Oh, you could do better.
If I really wanted to play, yes.
Of course.
Oh, think you're smart. So smart.
I dare you.
I dare you.
I double dare you.
Just wait, I'll show you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh,
I dare you. I double dare you.
well, that was very good. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Woo!
Your rubber band is shorter than mine.
It is not. They're both the same.
It is too. Your ball doesn't have to go as far.
Then why don't you just measure
I'll
it?
just do that little thing, dearie.
There. You see? They're both the same. What difference would it make anyway?
What difference? Difference? Oh, you are the bright one. The only difference would be that if my rubber band were longer, my ball would have farther to go, which would mean that it would have a longer trajectory. If it has a longer trajectory, there's more chance of it to curve. And if it curves more, the chances of it coming back and hitting the paddle squarely are considerably less. That's what difference a longer rubber band would make. Idiot. Dumbbell. Cluck. Understand?
Oh, it's very clear.
Yippee.
Is the game over, or are you going to take your turn again?
The game is not over, and you can bet your garters I'm going to take my turn again.
Hey, that's very interesting.
What?
That expression, bet your garters. Why, so colloquial.
Are you going to shut up so I can take my turn or not?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You've got over 31.
I can't count.
Oh, that was rotten luck.
I have nothing to say to you.
Well, it was a bad start. Why don't you just take your turn over?
Don't you dare condescend to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we should have played something less competitive. Something where we could share more.
I am not afraid of competition.
I didn't say you were.
Look, from the minute you walked in tonight, your game has been to assert your supremacy. Well, I'm on to your little tricks, and I am not afraid of competition. I would pit myself against you anyway, anytime, and prove myself your superior. This little display here is just another example of your premeditated malevolence. I know what you're up to. I haven't the slightest doubt that you have planned this whole thing from the start, and you've been practicing with your paddle. Secretly.
Oh, I have not.
You have. You've never hit 30 volleys in your life.
It was an accident.
You've been practicing. Practicing. Is that sharing?
Oh, please, don't upset yourself. The paddles were a bad choice. These physical things always seem to end badly.
Because you cheat. There is no limit to what you'll do to get the upper hand. Oh, but I won't let you go. I'll beat you yet. My way.
Meaning what?
You'll see. Don't worry.
Oh, for crying out loud. You always think I'm trying to belittle you. But I'm not. I suggested those paddles because they used to be a lot of fun. I remember all the laughs we had when you first brought them home. It was something we could do together. Something we could share. We really got to know each other when we were together. Oh, and it was fun, wasn't it? Oh, come on, admit it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I think it was because we weren't afraid of each other. It didn't matter who won. Playing together was so important and so fun and so full.
Yes, but that's all changed.
After we came back from Australia.
Right.
There ought to be a way that we can find all that again. Wouldn't that be good?
It's too late.
Not if we really try. We ought to be able to share without competing.
We can't. You know that. We have tried.
I've got it.
What?
Our work. Look, there's very little I know about ornithology. And I'm sure you don't know much about advertising either. Well, if we exchange our knowledge, that will be sharing. Maybe even interesting. It might work.
I don't know.
Well, what have we got to lose? It's worth a try, isn't it?
You mean it?
Honest,
Okay.
yeah.
Who goes first?
You say.
No, you say.
No, darling. We're going to do this the way you want to. So that there'll be no suspicion or no reclamation. You say.
Okay. You share first.
Right. Ready?
Ready.
Consumer response report for the last quarter indicates trend X concentration in areas A through F with peak fluctuation radiating to the fringes indicating marks of lineal saturation fall off due to color variation in packaging and brand image. Quality control for the areas indicate insufficient applicable cost factors at variance with market grosses. Analysis surveys indicate mixed reluctances in consumers living in tracts as opposed to city inhabitants. Graphs 1 and 6 indicate density concentration for various alienation and show conclusive evidence of this and other positive factors. Now you.
Right. The avian ancestors of the higher archosaurs appear to have adapted a tendency for a bipedal mode of life. And from the ancestral archosaurs spring the dominant reptiles of the Mesozoic. Among these were the Ornithischia, or blue pelvis dinosaurs, and the Sorcispia, or reptilian pelvis dinosaurs. Now, sometime during this period, the Crocodilia branched off from the generalized line of ruling reptiles that also give rise to birds. Modern avian representatives are direct descendants from the Thecodonts. Well, this is apparent by the non-chord of this coordinate, which appears briefly in the embryo, but then it does not serve as it does in the amphioxan cyclosome.
Oh. Oh. Well, that wasn't very good, was it?
Any more bright ideas?
Well, I guess the games were better. Hey, how about follow the leader? Guess that wasn't too good, was it? Well, how about giant steps and baby steps? You know, where I say you may take one giant step and two baby steps. And you say, may I? And like that.
Sure, sure. Except when I say, may I? You always say, no, you may not. Think I'm gonna fall for that one? Oh, just wait. You'll get yours.
All right, then you pick the game.
Oh!
Go ahead, I'll play any game you pick.
Promise?
Honest Injun.
All right. I pick Simon Says.
Now that's not fair. You always win that one.
See? You said I could pick the game, and now you're backing out, dirty, cheap Indian giver.
I am not. Okay, we'll play Simon Says.
Damn right we'll play.
Who'll be Simon first?
Me. I pick the game. I want to be Simon first.
I just thought I'd ask.
Okay, you stand here.
Same rules?
Same.
To limit, time limit, whoever makes the most mistakes loses.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Ready?
Ready?
Okay. Simon says, stand at attention. At ease. Simon says, at ease. Simon says, raise both hands. Put them down. Simon says, put one hand down and touch your nose with it. Simon says, wave the other hand. Simon says, point in your toes. Simon says, wiggle your can. Simon says, bray like a donkey. Simon says, grunt like a pig. Simon says, grunt like a pig, only piggier and louder. Simon says, walk around doing these things and keep your toes pointed in. Simon says, faster. Simon says, faster, faster, faster. Stop! Simon didn't say so. Simon didn't say so.
I still have my turn.
Come on, come on, come on.
Well,
We'll
if
see
you shut
who
up,
beats.
I will. Ready? About face. Simon says, wipe that smirk off your face. Simon says, get down on all fours. Simon says, walk around sniffing and crying like a puppy. Simon says, lift your hind legs. Put it down! Simon says, put it down! Get up! Simon says, get up! Walk around like a monkey, making monkey noises and scratching yourself like a monkey. Stop! Simon says stop. Simon says, do what Simon does. Simon says, jump like a kangaroo. Stop. Simon says, stop. Simon says, stick out your tongue. Simon says, put it back again. Simon says, act ashamed and guilty. Simon says, come to the mirror. Simon says, put your face against the mirror. Simon says, kiss your reflection. Kiss it! Kiss it!
You
Kiss
conniving bitch! Is that what you've been getting at?
What are you talking
I get
about?
it. First the stuff about Joel, and then the competition, and the acting surprise, and the
You're
kangaroo.
not making any
Oh, and
sense.
now everything goes back to Australia, doesn't it?
Oh, I thought that was forgotten.
You never forgot. You have fed on it all this time. You use it to keep getting at me.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. You never forgot.
Well, what's there to remember? You and Joel went to Australia to do a study on the moa birds, and you took me along. What else?
You know what else? I am telling you now, once and for all, there is nothing and never has been anything between Joel and I.
Joel and me, darling.
Shut up! There has never been anything.
I know that.
I am telling you now, once and for all, I am not homosexual, latent or otherwise. I never have been. I have no intentions of being. What you saw in the tent that night was accidental. He took me unawares.
I know that. We've been through this 100
Because
times.
he kisses me on the neck and sticks his tongue in my ear does not make me homosexual.
Of course not.
Then why do you keep insinuating? Why do you keep trying to dominate with these castration tactics?
I don't. It's you. The way you interpret everything. You are always trying to assert yourself, to prove your masculinity.
No. It's you. Who goes to work every day while I stay at home? Who makes the most money? Who spends her time out there wrestling with the world? And what do I do all day?
Well, you've got your birds.
And
your
I
books.
take the laundry to be done. Feminine.
Well, you just happen to be home.
And I put the coffee on and make the bed. Feminine.
Oh, stop it. You get out. You buy the TV guide.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Do you think that that makes up for everything? Well, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Is that my fault? And while we're on the subject, you also use my spray net.
And
I wish you'd buy your own.
And I clean the hairs out of the brush.
Well, you could buy your own brush.
Family together. Act surprised. Act guilty. Act ashamed. Well, you're not getting away with anything. You're through, baby, through. You would like the rules to be reversed. You have always wanted to dictate. Well, now, you're not going to get away with it. I've been getting ready for a long time. Do you hear that? I'm ready!
Do your imitations, but please don't shout.
Ah! Don't you tell me what to do. Don't you ever tell me what to do again. There. What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's rather childish.
Childish? Do you still think I'm playing games? Do you see this?
Yes,
Do you know what it is?
1st of March.
And do you know what we do on the hands for?
No.
It stands for Epiphany. Epiphany. A mystical union with a greater force or being. A transformation of the spirit so that it rises above the self and becomes something else. Epiphany. That's what an epiphany is.
How are you going to ride?
Made out of surgical steel. The edges are hollow razor. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. You see, in the flock we have what is known as a peck dominance. One chicken may peck all the others without being pecked. A second may peck all but the first. A third all but the first and second, and so on. Since I am the rooster, I am first in peck dominance. You are second. If they were others, you could peck them. Oh, but they're not. There's no help for it. So let's not dwell on it. If you disobey me, I'll be forced to peck you. Oh, it's not what I want to do, but there's a certain code and decorum that go with being first in peck dominance. I'll go for the eyes first. But that's the usual custom. And then I'll drive at the temples, weakening the skull until I strike the brain. There is another part at the base of the skull. It's particularly vulnerable. Oh, but it's not used very much. It ends things too quickly. There. That's all explained. You have two things to remember. Do what I say when I say it. Never disagree. If you comply, your situation will be tolerable. Understand?
Yes, I do.
That's very good. That's shrinking, that moving back. It's very good. You're learning fast. That's my Penny Penny. Sit here. I know this is all awkward for you at first, but you'll see things will work out. Practice, my little Henny Penny. You're watching 20 million years of evolution reverse itself. Talk about Joel because you want to dictate. I'll show you who's got the balls. Yes, the eyes, and then the brain. I'll show you who's got the balls. That's it, Henny Penny. I beat.
Poor thing. You poor little. Don't. It's not that bad. Everything's gonna be all right. I promise. No. It's gonna be all better. Psh, psh, psh. Oh, this is really what you've always wanted now, isn't it? I know. Don't fret. I'm here now. Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore. Can be friends now. You can be my Henny Penny, and I'll take good care of you. Oh, Henny, we're gonna be so happy. What's this? Get rid of this old thing. That's what started the trouble in the first place. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun from now on, and I'm gonna take such good care of you. Oh yes, my little darling. Oh, you're so warm and fuzzy. Oh, you like this, don't you? And you'll never fight. Lost his fiddling stick and don't know what to do. Master finds his fiddling stick and then puts it out.